The following program is brought to you in living color.
Hey, Jason. What's going on? I feel different.
You're looking good as far as I can tell.
Well, you're looking really good as well yourself.
Thanks. I think we have a great show.
But something feels really strange.
You know, I think it's because we've been hanging around each other a lot.
They do say that, and the more you hang out together, the more you start to look like each other. What do you think? Should we just start the show?
We probably should.
In 3, 2, 1, start the show.
Coming to you from deep within the planet Earth, it's Jason and Friends. Join Jason as he welcomes his good friend,
AJ Landaw.
And now with his faithful compadre, Kelsy, here he is, Jason Eric Mumaw.
Hey everybody, welcome to Jason and Friends. My name is Jason. We're so glad that you've taken the time to join us once again here on the fantastic, the fantabulous, the wonderful, the almighty, the deep within the planet Earth show of all shows, Jason and Friends. And joining me once again is my good friend, Kelsy Zumbrun. Kelsy, how you doing?
Doing great, thanks.
Looking good. I like the blue. I like the sweater. Everything's looking good.
The sweater's black.
Well, the shirt's blue.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good, thanks.
And I'm going gray again, too.
Yeah.
I'm going gray all over.
Right, yeah. Aren't we all?
We got a great show coming up today. My cousin, my good friend, Joey Landaw, otherwise known as AJ. AJ is his cool name, but I call him Joey because it's a family thing. Yeah. You know, we have a lot of fans here on the show, right?
Yeah, at least 2, 3.
But I didn't know there was a lot of people that hate this show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's actually some protest. People outside the studio right now.
Right now?
Deep within the planet Earth. I don't know if we have a live shot of our the people protesting. I don't know why they're protesting. Here they are. I don't know why they're so mad. What'd you do?
I might have run over 1 or 2 of them on the way in.
So there's our protesters, but hopefully they calm down. Hopefully they enjoy the show. But you know what it's time for now? I would like to really hear Larry Hagman and Diana Ross sing. I would really like to hear that. Wouldn't you like to hear that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Take a listen.
You are everything, and everything is you. How can I forget when each face that I see brings back memories? I just can't go on living life as I do, comparing each girl with you. No, they just won't do. They're not you.
You're just saying that you got lots of girls.
You are everything, and everything is you. Oh, Marvin Gaye, eat your heart out.
You are everything.
They're great singers there, right? Diana Ross and
Yes.
Larry. You know who Larry Hagman is, don't you?
I don't keep up on current events.
Well, he's dead now. He's JR.
Yeah.
From Dallas.
Right.
Nobody shot him in this thing, but maybe that's why they shot him after seeing him singing there. And I like to, every now and then I like to do things like, remember a few shows back where I shaved and did it in reverse?
Yes.
Isn't that kind of stuff just cool?
Yes.
Yeah, just kind of cool to see the way things go
Yeah.
backwards. Do you have any desire to see something, because we haven't shot this yet,
What are we going to see?
but what would you like
backwards?
to see in reverse? Is there anything that you think would be kind of cool to see in reverse? And we'll do it.
Rob falling off the roof?
Rob, well, gee. Rob, do you want to do that?
He was late today.
Oh, that's
you
right.
know,
You know, we could have him just jump up and fall down.
Yeah.
That, or I thought about maybe peeling an orange. That would kind of look like
that might-
cool.
yeah.
We'll see what we can do. You like the peeling?
He's voting for peeling the
Well,
orange.
here it is, something cool in reverse, whatever it is. So there you go. Everything's, you know.
I think a lot of it has to do with the music, but you know.
Right. But things are cool in reverse.
That's true. And in slow motion. Harking back to the old days.
Yeah, everything looks cool in reverse and in slow motion. Yeah. I don't know if you get to do your own repairs on your car.
Get to.
Yeah.
Sometimes forced to. It's simple stuff, yeah.
Right. Sometimes you don't have the correct tools, or the shop's not open that you can get to.
Yep.
So I came across some of these. These are really bad auto car fixes.
Oh boy.
And so here we go. These are called bad car repairs. I know the standard is to have duct tape.
Yeah.
But you can't deny the zip tie.
Zip tie. Yeah, zip ties or something.
Can't deny the zip tie. Man, that might be
Maybe you should be on their marketing campaign.
Yeah. You know, your bumper falls off. Why not just put a log on there?
That's probably a bit heavier than what used to be there.
Right.
But okay.
Interesting.
It's green.
And this one here, your windshield breaks.
A motorcycle windshield.
Yeah, I mean, nobody will know the difference.
Oh yeah, you know,
very interesting.
That way everybody else has a chance for a breeze.
And then this one here, I guess I've kind of seen this. Your windshield wiper.
You've seen this?
Well, I think
maybe
maybe in a movie or something.
It's like back and forth.
Yeah, you have to do that.
So,
hopefully, you have to have a passenger with
right.
you.
That's what I was going to say. Can you?
This one here I thought was funny. You look at the lower one here first. You know, you want to have a sunroof.
Right.
Are you going to go to the
fake sunroof? It's a magnet?
Does looking like you have a sunroof make you that much cooler to not really have a sunroof?
Can you sell it for more if they don't really get on the inside and look at it?
Right. If you're picking up chicks, you're like, I got a sunroof. It doesn't actually work. It just looks like I have a sunroof. That's just weird. This one here, can you tell what's going on this one? Do you see it yet? When you see it, then you'll know. It has to do with the door handle. You know, if you don't
Is that a doorknob?
Yeah, it's a doorknob like you'd have in your house.
Yeah.
I guess it would work.
I suppose.
Genius, I think. Yeah.
Something you're used to anyway.
Your brake lights, if you have to turn your brake lights on and off with the switch, you might want to look at doing something a little bit different. That one's a little bit dangerous, I think. This one here, I don't think that's going to pass as a license plate. I don't think you're going to fool the police on that one.
I lost my other one. I just happened to remember the number.
Right, yeah.
So I wrote it down.
Yeah, give me a break, cop.
Yeah.
This one here, a little dangerous, I would think. Might do in a pinch, but
yeah.
I wouldn't drive around. I wouldn't get on the freeway like that.
No.
And then this one here, you lost your good ornament. Do you really want to draw that much attention to it?
Yeah.
Can you tell what kind of car that is?
Maybe that's whoever took the original left that in instead, so you
they'll
would notice it
never know.
right away.
And then this one here, I'm assuming this is some sort of like the mailman or something like that.
Right.
Now that's pretty ingenious.
Yeah.
You know.
Or just so you could take your American car over to England.
Right. This one here, when you see it again,
it's on the light, right?
It's a Folgers.
Is that what it is?
Coffee can type of thing.
I've seen the red tape.
Yeah. This one here, correct size, fits perfect.
Probably glows too.
And then here's a Jeep. I think it's a Jeep. Yeah, it's a Wrangler. And you know, seating.
Do you weld that in? It's a metal chair, so maybe it got welded.
Right. And this one here, control your air conditioner and turn on a shower at the same time. I'm not sure what's going on here. But this one, you know, your lights go out. It looks like they got some white duct tape and then three
lines. You got to turn them on, get out of the car, turn them on?
Yes, and then if you have to change the batteries.
Do you turn on all three for your brights?
Right. So there you go.
Yeah.
Let's look at some of the bad cars repairs.
I haven't gone that far yet.
No,
but
yeah. I'd like to see a monkey smoking. You want to see a monkey smoking?
Sure, why not?
Here it is. Here's a monkey smoking. I like monkey smoking. You know, that's the #1 cause of death with monkeys.
Smoking?
Smoking, yeah, lung cancer. Yeah, big problem.
Should he have switched to e-cigs?
I think the vape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I hear that's just as bad. So.
All right, here's the major segment of today's show.
Okay.
It's called Shower Thoughts. You ever been on Reddit?
I have not.
Now, these aren't really jokes. These are actually fun little things to think about and to ponder, and it gets the idea from you're in the shower, you think a lot in the shower. So I'll just try a few of these on you. Tell me what you think. Shower thoughts. The song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, is sung almost exclusively by people who are already at a ball game.
That's true.
You would never sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game unless you're already at the ball game.
Right.
Shower thought. Hold My Beer is an adult version of Mommy Watch This. You know, it's,
yes, that, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if we help Yemen with food, water, and shelter, it could be called Yemen-Aid. Nice, yeah. Could your dentist tell if you're right or left-handed from where the plaque is left after you brush your teeth? I wonder, we'd have to ask a dentist.
That's true.
Yeah. Someone out there is the world's best tambourine player. Someone out there has to be. Getting drunk is kind of like riding a roller coaster. At first, everybody is waiting in line, all excited. Then at the end, people are puking and dizzy and having trouble walking. Yay, we're gonna go!
Yeah, let's go get plastered.
When Chumbawamba, remember that song?
Yep.
Got knocked off the charts after their one hit, they never got back up again. Right? And now
I get knocked
down, but they didn't do it. They didn't take their own advice.
Speaking of drinking, because that's what that song was about.
Pole vaulting is the opposite of limbo dancing. Right?
Yeah.
Just a few more here. I got a ton of them, as you can see. More than we actually need. You'll get home faster if you sit at the front of the bus. The object of golf is to play the least amount of golf.
Yes.
Waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay sounds super rad if you don't know what either of those things mean. Waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay, yeah, that's spring break.
Yeah, man.
Not what you really think. Do not touch would probably be a really unsettling thing to read in Braille. Right? Becoming an adult feels like slowly being put into a managerial position you really didn't want. Nobody wants to grow up. All right. The person who would proofread Hitler's speeches was a grammar Nazi. Right? A bachelor party is more appropriate after a divorce than before a wedding.
Okay.
I guess you're celebrating your bachelorhood more after. Bruce Wayne's parents being murdered was the best thing that ever happened to Gotham. And we'll leave it at that because my cousin Joey is coming up. Yeah. And so there's a take a look at some of the shower thoughts, and those are on Reddit. I think they're kind of clever, kind of fun.
Remind me not to get in the shower with you.
Right. I have to remind you of that. Yeah. You're gonna be like, oh, you didn't remind me.
I'll be
here. I am.
I'll be puking after the ride.
Oh yeah. Wow.
There's a ride.
All right.
It's really changed courses here.
Yeah, it's really gone.
What's the web clip of the week?
Web clip of the week. Here we go. It's guys fighting by slapping. I think this is one of the Republican debates. It's brought to us by my good friend Stefan Radlich. He brought this one to my attention. It's slap fighting for this week's web clip of the week.
Done recording.
And welcome back to Jason and Friends, and I'm so excited. I got one of my great friends here, actually a family member, AJ Landaw. I go by Joey. Joey, what do you actually prefer? Do you prefer AJ or Joey?
Depends.
If it's
family, it's Joey. I can't get away from it. That's it. That's where I'm squared away at. So.
What did you think about that slap fight?
I don't feel like I'm up to that kind of challenge.
No, we don't want to go down that road today during the interview. No. You know what it is time for, though? We haven't done this in a long while. It's time for Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Would you rather get explosive diarrhea every time you meet your boss or every time you meet your significant other's parents? Either way, you got explosive diarrhea. Boss or parents?
I'm going to say probably parents.
Yeah, I go with that. Okay.
Because probably see my boss a little bit more often.
Right. And if you're at work and you have that mess. All right. Well, thanks for being here. And we do want to talk about this. I've grown up with you. We've been Star Wars fans since 77. Well, you were born in 77.
Yep, I was just born the first.
So when was the first Star Wars movie you actually saw in the theater?
The one I remember was seen in the theater was definitely Empire.
Empire? Mm-hmm. So that was 80. So you're
80. That was 79.
And that was the original release of it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
you got a good memory.
At the 100 Center.
Yep, 100 Center here in Mishawaka.
Yep.
And so you've been a fan since then. I remember growing up, we were always playing. We collected the figures and everything. Here we are, how many years has it been? 30-some years since 82?
83 was the last of the original trilogy.
Right. So it's been a long time. What did you think of the new Star Wars?
The new one really harkened back to the original trilogy. There were some obvious themes that they followed along with, but it felt more real. It didn't feel like it was a video game.
Right.
Which is not to talk bad about video games because they've gotten really good lately, but they actually put people in costumes. Every stormtrooper you see is real, unless it's a dangerous stunt and they can't be real.
And that's one of the things the prequels did is they, like when they had the Jar Jar battle with all his Gungans or whatever, it looked like a cartoon. Mm-hmm. And so now he went back, and this is J.J. Abrams, who took over for George Lucas. Right. And so he decided to kind of go old school with this and actually make the physical props and the physical sets and not make everything CG. And I think that this is a trend going on now, is more people want to have the physical effects. And do you think that really added to the feel of the movie?
It did. It felt like it had weight to it.
Right.
Every one of the clone troopers in the second and third movie, there was no one on set in armor.
Right.
No one ever had that armor on.
Right.
So the fact that they built all the sets gives the actors a chance to really feel like they're the character, in my opinion.
Right. So. And now they're already filming the next installment, Episode 8, and to our Luke Skywalker, he was in this one. He didn't have much to say. He looked really concerned.
He left me speechless.
Right. So he's going to play a lot bigger part, I believe, in the next one because now, spoiler alert, we're not going to have the return of Harrison Ford in the next installments because he's gone now.
Yes. He got what he wanted. He wanted out.
I think that's the only reason why he did it. Yeah. I think the only reason why he did it was that...
Say goodbye to that character.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it was great to have him. It was great to see him.
And he paralleled Obi-Wan in the first movie.
Oh.
So, someone who takes someone else on a grand adventure and passes on.
So I'm looking forward to the next installment. It's going to be pretty good. Now, I wish J.J. Abrams was going to be doing it, but they're handing it off to another director. Do you know anything about this new director? Or not new, but who is doing it?
I am not. I've been kind of spoiling myself by not spoiling myself.
Right.
But I know that people are very excited on the internet about the director. I have not seen... I've probably seen his work, but I don't know who it is exactly.
And that's a good thing. If you really are a fan of these type of movies, you really want to avoid just about anything because you want to go into that theater not knowing anything and just being wild. Because back when the original Star Wars was out, you didn't know anything. No. There wasn't the internet. There wasn't, all these different websites that you can go to. Yeah. It was, okay, there's a new movie coming out. What little you could determine from a trailer, and that's even if you saw the trailer for another movie. Yeah. So you really have to kind of block yourself from seeing anything.
I mean, the only thing you get like secondhand knowledge from someone that's seen it before you, but
right
nowadays, like I think too many of the trailers that we see give away way too much of the movies.
Right. Well, that's one thing I wanted to talk to you too, because Star Wars, we're looking forward to the continuing the series, but the new movie coming out, and it's coming out pretty soon, the Batman versus Superman. How big is this movie?
It's going to be huge. It's going to be setting up the DC universe for the cinematic universe.
There's DC and then there's
Marvel. They're too big.
Quickly explain the difference between those for somebody that doesn't know the comic book world.
So let's do DC, since that's the first one we're going to talk about. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Lex Luthor, the Joker. That's all DC.
And then Marvel is, what are some of their characters?
Well, their characters that Marvel can make movies are Captain America, Thor, the Avengers, all those characters. Then Sony had Spider-Man.
So it gets really, really complicated.
Really complicated. A lot of legal stuff separating Marvel's characters from each other.
Right.
Where DC does not have that issue.
Okay, so you would never see like Iron Man and Superman together.
No.
Okay.
Except for a comic book convention. Yeah.
Right. Now, Batman versus Superman. So I am assuming that they have their little fight, and they slap each other around, but then they get together, they like each other, they hug it out, and then they fight the real bad guys. And then Wonder Woman comes along, and she's got, she has her outfit on, and everybody's distracted.
Which, the character of Wonder Woman, they kind of reimagined, where she only shows up when there's great conflicts in the world. The original character was introduced during World War II.
Yeah.
And in the new movie that she's going to be in, she actually comes out during World War I as well.
Oh.
So that's a change in the mythos for that
Will
character.
she still have the invisible jet? Is that really a thing?
I actually wouldn't mind it, as long as it's not just her flying the thing, squatting at 20,000 feet.
You just look up and
as long as everything is
air.
invisible.
Right. She has to be invisible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, some of the other, I think they're just oversaturated with right now with superhero movies. You got the X-Men, you got the Deadpool, you got the Suicide Squad. What gives? I mean, people are still loving these things.
I think the reason we're seeing this is because that everyone that grew up with these characters is now at the age of disposable income and wants to see the characters again.
Right.
So we were even seeing new iterations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
So it's
Fuller House.
Fuller House, yeah.
They're not superheroes. Maybe the twins are, but I don't know.
Well, that could be why they're not in it.
Right.
So.
All right. We're just about out of time. We're going to play a game.
All right. What are we doing?
And this is, since, we're both Star Wars fans, this is a Bop-It. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's kind of like a Simon Says type of thing.
Yeah.
And I have to do you have to pull it, twist it, or bop it.
Okay.
And then it will say pass it.
All right.
So whoever loses, then you're the loser.
Okay.
Okay, this is the pass it thing. I'll start. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Bop it to start. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Pass it.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Pull it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it.
All right.
Pass it.
I didn't think it was ever going to say that.
Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Bop it. Pass it.
It's getting faster.
Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Pass it.
Oh, I got off light on that one.
Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Pass it.
Ah.
That pull it one's a...
Pull it. Bop it. Pull it. Bop it. Pass it.
Wow.
Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Pull it. Bop it. Pass it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. You are out.
Sorry. I win.
Yes.
All right, well, that's the show. I want to thank Joe for being here. A lot of great insight to some of the movies and some of the superhero movies coming out. And we just want to thank everybody for joining us here on Jason and Friends, and we'll see you next time. Woohoo!
We're going to start the show. Do we have a good show or not? My name's Kelsy.
We're in my basement because I can't get out of my basement.
No, that's a real good one there. Yeah.
Everybody's doing it. Gibbler style.